So this is a short mini review of the iPhone 16 Pro Max, which I ended up getting, I think, about a week ago. I have to say I am very impressed with the color grading that you can do with log on it. I was coming from an iPhone 14 Pro Max, which I pretty much hated doing any video work on that just because of the HDR video that you had to do 10-bit, and like I'd have to bring it into Final Cut to be able to do any color corrections. I couldn't do it in DaVinci Resolve. It just looked like crap, and the footage just always looked digital. Now it got better with the Blackmagic app, but when you're always doing photos in the regular photo app, it's just so much easier to switch to video. So anyway, super happy with this. Ever since Apple came out with log with the iPhone 15, I've wanted to upgrade, but I usually will keep my phone for 2 years just because it's an expensive purchase. And with the 4K 120, that was enough to convince me to buy it, since I do a lot of 4K 120 on my Sony a7S III. And just to be able to have this in my pocket if I'm not out and about with my regular camera, it's so much easier. And anyway, what I want to really talk about in this review is forget specs. I don't care about any of that. With the 14 Pro Max, I was happy with the photos because you were able to do RAW, and I got a lot of amazing pictures when I was in Disneyland and Legoland with my kids, to where I had more control over the colors and just way more dynamic range. So I already knew I was looking forward to that with the 16, which is about the same. But just shooting in that Apple log and being able to color grade it later is an amazing thing. And I have certain LUTs that I use for my Canon and my Sony that are go-tos, and I really like Cineprint 35. There's something about the looks that they have in there, and I'm not talking about their I forget what they're called, but I like just their LUTs, right? They have like the RA LUTs and the Blackmagic LUTs, as well as Fuji, Canon, Sony. They all look really, really good. But I seem to always gravitate toward the RA LUTs because of the look that it gives, which, applying that to Apple log, looks amazing. You know, it just has the right color. And I was on a field trip recently with my son. We were at Deer Hollow Farms in Cupertino, and I got some amazing video of all the kids doing stuff. I got even some 4K 120 of kids throwing these, they look like arrows going through these hoops that they're pushing across. And you know, it's awesome that I get to shoot that in log, and then I can color grade it later in the Blackmagic app, that I could bypass Apple's regular photo app in order to be able to get that log footage and get it in ProRes Lite, right? So I'm not filling up my 512 gigabytes, right? So and then we went to a pumpkin patch recently, and I love the colors that I'm getting out of it. You know, it kind of reminds me of the movie Seven. I also got a lot of great footage on my Canon R6 II, and I have to say I love that camera. It has the most amazing picture. It's awesome with C-Log 3, and that's coming from a Canon R5. So I'm just really, really happy with this camera, which I'm filming on right now. And the dynamic range, to me, reminds me like I have like an a7S III, plus I could do amazing photos in 24 megapixels. Anyway, this review is about the iPhone 16 Pro Max. And like I said, I'm not going to share specs or any of the other stuff. All that I care about as being a content creator is, how does this look out in the real world when filming my kids or being on vacation, or could I even splice it in and add it to videos that I've created for clients? And the answer is yes. I mean, this thing is a beast. It's amazing that we have this kind of technology in our pocket. So if you were thinking of getting an iPhone 16 Pro Max, coming from anything other than an iPhone 15 Pro, which I would not recommend that jump, but anything below that and you're a content creator and you care about log footage, do it. Thanks for watching.